Here it is in all its glory. Look at it. Finally got it outside. Cold as heck in Canada. What up? It's your favorite Canadian back here again. Well, at least I think I'm your favorite Canadian. Maybe Dan at DD Speed Shop. It's hard to compete. Anyways, we're back with our turbo lawnmower thingamajiggy. We're gonna try and get some chains in this thing. I bought some 520 chains for my 520 front sprocket, but it's a 530 rear sprocket, so I think I have to narrow it. My limited research time on the internet says it's just a wider sprocket. I might be wrong again. Anyways, this is our 520 chain. It looks like it fits in all like the holes that it's supposed to fit in. It's just that the sprocket is too wide. So we're gonna try and narrow down that sprocket some. The main problem being is I have an Amazonian lathe and this thing is has plastic gears in it and it's not really made for steel. But we're gonna try and use it for steel anyways because that's all we got. And I'm proud to announce our Black Friday sale is now live on blacksheepindustries.ca. Website is right here. Code is right here. 15% off the entire store. Make sure to go check it out. It's our own company. We're awesome. You're awesome. Let's both be awesome. blacksheepindustries.ca. So the issue I'm having is that this shaft wants to slide on the lower one. Well, when it's not locked, it wants to just slide on the lower one. So anytime I put pressure this way on this, it just pushes this wheel back. So what I'm gonna do is take the gear off of this spinning shaft and then I can lock it on that shaft. And now it shouldn't be able to move back and forth. Safety first. So I barely scratched the surface with this method and I don't know what my other possibilities are. This must be like a hardened gear or something because it's just not wanting to cut at all. And like I said, it's plastic gears in this thing. It's meant for like aluminum and soft steel. I actually put a brand new one of these majiggies in it, the cutting tip, and it works a lot better. So let's see if we can continue on with being better without ruining this tip. All right, so I'm in a little bit of a predicament. I did get a little bit off this edge. I'm gonna try and take some off the other edge. The problem is I have to spin this thing up pretty friggin' high, and I think steel likes to be cut at a low speed. But if I cut any lower of a speed, then the motor tries to bind up because it's not really it's only like a 3rd horsepower motor or something like that. And so I'm having to go really fast, and I think it's dulling out my bits really quick. So maybe more speed is the solution. It's just kind of scary when this thing's spinning at 40 million bajillion RPM. Hey, we did a thing. Now I just have to round the teeth off a little bit to make sure the chain goes in there pretty smoothly. That only took forever, man. All right, what we really got to find out is if this is going to hit any of these bars on the bottom. Looks like it's gonna hit that bar. Unless we put the tensioner on the bottom side, which then it won't hit that bar. Join up our second chain. Boy, she's long. We don't need much out of this one, just enough, you know, that it's not the right length. That wasn't obvious, Kyle. Now everyone's gonna know I have 2 master links. Anyways, I'm gonna grind down this pin right here, knock this pin through. I don't recommend doing it this way because there's probably a tool for doing it. That's just the way I'm gonna do it. But this is how long we had to extend the chain from this to this. So it's not that much longer, but it was long enough that I needed 2 chains. Honestly, that's not even bad. It goes from here all the way down to the back. That's the amount of links I had to put in it, from the yellow link there to the yellow link there. It's not that bad. Really, this is no worse than like an extended arm crotch rocket, I think. But I am gonna build a tensioner from right here on this piece some sort of roller that I can just adjust up and down to take the slack out of it, because you don't want to put it on the top side. The top side is the power side. This is going to get tight on reverse, but honestly, not so bad. All right, now that we got the power to the back wheel sorted, you're coming back down. So here's another view of the chain. This all right here is getting a big plate of steel underneath, welded to this part here. A big piece of thick, like, big steel. The chain is rubbing on that bar right now, and that's why we need that roller. Now, the running boards were supposed to go here. As you can see, those holes right there correspond with these holes right here, and then the bolt up there. So I just rested on this bolt. So I'm thinking is we just grind this down up on top, lay a couple beads there, flip it over, lay a couple beads on the bottom, and then should be as good as it was new, really, just bolt it on. And then we have a place to start where our fenders can come over the wheels. Well dang, I lifted that thing like 3 times, my back's all blown out. The running boards definitely give us that look that we were going for to start with, because that's where the factory running board placement was. And then the front clip is still all the same, so I'll throw the front clip back on, and then you can see it with the running boards, and then you can see that we just need some rear fenders, and it would look pretty decent, I think. There, this isn't exactly what I pictured when I first started doing this, but you know, we wing it. We're professional wingers now. Like I said before, I had that thing where I can't actually picture things in my mind. When I close my eyes, it's just black. Aphantasia or something like that. So I just kind of keep doing things, and then it comes together as a thing. The running boards are gonna need some sort of support underneath them, because well, that weld didn't hold. Maybe once I weld the whole thing, it might be solid. Who knows? We just need some rear fenders now, man. Now, I'm pretty sure we should be able to stand on these running boards. Once we tie them into the fenders, I think they'll get a lot stronger. Seems to work. This thing's gonna be silly as shit. What just slipped there? Oh, probably one of the joints. All the joints in this thing aren't welded yet, so they might be skipping on the bottom. Cool. All right, while I take the tires off, I really want to retain this seat. But as you can see, it almost touches both tires, so we're gonna try and move the hubs out a little tiny bit, which involves taking the tires off. So we do have a little bit of adjustability on these. The first thread. That's much looser when you put it on the threads. So I do have another axle here. This one is from Princess Auto, and it is slightly longer. So let's give that a go. I got a strange feeling we're gonna twist up this 1-inch axle pretty quick. That'll be a future thing. Let's get it running and driving first. And we twist it up, we twist it up. I might go ahead and add another piece of pipe right here, from here to here, and then a piece of pipe from here to the back piece of pipe, and then put an extra bearing on this side of the sprocket to help it give it more or less twisty. But now our seat fits in there. It's a little bit wider stance. It actually matches the front a lot better. So let's try and mount this seat somewhere, and then we can probably, and then after that it's to build some fenders. I don't know how to build fenders, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I should have got some fenders at Princess Auto, like trailer fenders. They would work perfect. We're gonna have to take this stupid piece off. That's that sensor that won't let you run it unless you're sitting down. Why are there really different sizes? Is there any size hammer? So the actual seat can slide back and forth in this little slotted piece right here. It just bolts into the middle 2 holes right there. What I'm thinking is a piece of angle iron in the back. Hopefully. I won't be able to slide then. Maybe I flip it the other way. I want a piece of angle iron because angle iron is a lot stiffer than a piece of flat plate, but I'll put a piece of flat plate in the front, angle iron in the back, if it clears this chain. Which it kind of does, we just can't use a bigger sprocket. Or I'll just pull it back a little bit. Weld that like that. That also gives us something to weld our big meaty piece of plate to after. Or I'll just, you know what, I'll cut a notch right here in this one, right there. Piece of angle iron in the back, piece of flat bar in the front. We'll just weld the bars to this piece, and then weld this piece to those bars, and then we can just bolt the seat in. And the seat will be bolted in. Dang, that piece is solid as heck right now. I do TIG weld everything, as you guys can see. And that's because I'm not really good at MIG welding. When I grab a MIG welder, I just like blast the amps to everything and then I blow holes and stuff. I don't know why it happens, it just does. So then I just gave up on MIG welding and now I just TIG weld everything. A lot slower process, but it comes out way cleaner. I recommend TIG welding for everything because, you know, it comes out cleaner. I use a cheap Everlast welder. You can get like an Everlast like 200 for like 1,300 bucks. I guess that's not very cheap, but in the end, when you can fabricate all your own stuff, it is pretty cheap. We'll toss the seat on this thing now, see how it positions. I'm gonna move it all the way back. We might be sitting behind the rear tires. We're putting wheelie bars on this for sure. Okay, seat. Where do I put the bolts for the seat? I do this all the time. I put bolts places I cannot find them anymore. Okay, final seating position, Kyle. How's it feel? Oh, dude, that's perfect. That's not as congested as it once was. I still have room to put pedals down here. Shifter right there somewhere. Oh yeah. And it feels like, even if I do come up, there's still enough lumbar support here that it's not gonna yeet me away. Perfect. We just need fenders now. Oh! I don't even get this out the door. Here it is in all its glory. Look at it. Finally got it outside. Cold as heck in Canada. Okay, it's way too cold in Canada to be outside there. That's like my ears red. I was only there for like 5 minutes. Here it is, all its glory. We have a seat, side runners, we got a chain on it now. We're waiting on our trigger wheel to start with the electronics. Then we need fuel system. A couple little things here and there. I put a battery in it somewhere. Little things, little progress, making progress. I'm having fun with it though. I'm having fun with it, that's the main thing. Remember, Black Sheep Industries, our Black Friday sale is live. The code word is down in the video, somewhere in the video. Make sure you like the channel. If you have any suggestions, make sure to leave them down below. Peace easy. Get that V.